Hi there, I'm Jamie Dunbar, and welcome back to the Dunbar Dog Diaries, The Puppy Next Door. This is Day 1, Video 4. The first few weeks with your puppy are so important, we are breaking each day down into multiple videos. If you enjoy what you see here, please check out dunbaracademy.com to learn more. If you're interested in real-time, live online puppy classes, check out seriouspup.com. We'll provide links to both of those websites in the description below. In our last video, I took Daisy to the potty where she peed and I rewarded her. In this video, I'm going to do another play and training session with Daisy. This will be just our second session working together. We're going to be working on some real basics. I'm going to see if I can get her interested in a tug toy. I'm going to start getting her used to her collar, and if the opportunity arises, I'll give her some bite inhibition feedback. All right, let's get to it. Hi there, here we are for our second training session with Daisy. She's been settled in her crate for about an hour, and then we took her out to go pee. She went pee, and I gave her some treats and told her she was a good girl. Now we're going to do a little bit of fun training here in the studio. So, Daisy, you ready to come out? Come on out. Whoop. Hey, girl. Yeah, you took a nice little nap, didn't you? Do you smell those treats I gave you from toilet time? I think you do. Oh, yeah, shake yourself off a little bit. I was wondering if you wanted to meet my little friend, this guy. Ooh. Ooh. Yes, you do. So Daisy looks like she likes to chase my little tug toy. She's got it. She's so little weak, I don't want to tug too hard on it. Oh, yeah. And I do little short jerky motions, so sometimes she feels like she's winning. Ooh, and sometimes I'll let her win. Yes, good job. Let's see what she thinks about a treat versus a tug. What do you think about that? And let me have this. Ooh. Would you want that? That's not quite as exciting, is it? But don't worry, it's back. See? Well, she didn't even finish chewing on that. I forget, she's so tiny, it takes her a little while to chew up a treat, even a little tiny one. And of course, for these treats, we're just using a regular kibble. I've sprinkled a little bit of freeze-dried liver dust on it to make it a little more exciting for this first day. But in general, we're going to be trying to use regular kibble and the enhanced kibble for special situations. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can trade you for this. Ooh, what do you think about that? Here, have a little snack. I'll let you chew it up this time. Crunch, crunch. I want Daisy to realize that just because she lets go of the toy doesn't mean it's gone forever. It might just be a little snack break. Ooh, ooh. Oh, can you get it? You did get it. Good job. Oh, you got it from me. You got it from me. So this nice plush tug toy is perfect for Daisy the puppy because, as you can see, it's kind of flat, so her tiny little jaws can bite on it. You don't want something too big and bulky for this little baby puppy. Ooh. Ooh. And I actually did something very smart. I got a set of 3 of them. So it's very easy if I ever want to get this toy away from her and she's not interested in a treat. Look, let's see if this works. Oh, see? The tug toy that I'm holding, I can make very interesting. And I can have the tug toy that I'm not holding become boring by making it not move anymore. And that way, there you go. Yes, do you want to see the toy back? Oh, hey, Daisy, you didn't finish your little treat. Are you too excited about the toy? That's okay, we'll bring it back. Here we go. Oh, you got it. You got it. Oh. Now, tug is such a wonderful game for your puppy to learn because it's a game that she plays with you. And so you're a part of the game. And so your puppy learns to focus on you and pay attention to you and to love you It's a game that you have control over. It's also wonderful because it gets your puppy very excited. And of course, you want to be able to control that excitement. Let's see. Daisy, look at this one. Ooh, ooh, there we go. Good girl. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and now she's kind of in a mouthy mood. She's gnawing on me a little bit. Let's try our first bite inhibition. Let's see, I'll wait for a little bit more of a bite. And, ow! Oh, that hurt. You see how I did was I said, ow, and I froze. I didn't move. That's the key part, really. The ow is only half the battle. You gotta freeze because any movement might get your pup excited. Now, I want to make sure she knows that's not the end. I don't want to stop playing with her. I just want her to know that, you know, my fingers are delicate. So she bites down with her little needle-sharp teeth, and it hurts. I say, ow, and I freeze. Now, Daisy, as you saw, she stopped biting when I said ow and I froze, but some pups might not stop. If that's the case, you, as you can see, I also kind of tried to act. I was like, oh, you know, that hurts. Kind of use your body language, let your pup know that it hurts. If they're still not stopping, you might have to remove yourself from the situation. So you might have to play with your pup in a playpen where you can easily step out, or your puppy's so small, you know, you just stand up and they can no longer reach you. Now, the other thing I kind of wanted to do with this training session is to introduce her a little bit to her collar. So let me grab a collar. She's so little that this is going to be a little bit new for her, but we want to get her to where she feels very happy wearing her collar. So I'm just going to show it to her first. You see this? It's going to be like a little necklace for you. No, we're not going to bite on it. We're not going to bite on it. Maybe I should get my chew toy back, my tug toy back. Here you go, Daisy. Over here. Oh, I think she smelled a bag of treats in my pocket. Let's go to, ooh. Here we go. Here. Oh, we're just going to put that on your neck a little bit. Not even putting it on just yet. Oh, look at this nice rose gold collar. It's going to go like that. Now, and here's another treat. Here you go. And just like that. Oh, yeah. Let's get her used to it gradually. You know, for such a little puppy, a big collar like this kind of makes a big difference. What do you think, Daisy? Yeah. It's not a chew thing, so we don't want her to get in the habit of chewing it. Over here. Over here. There we go. Yeah. What do you think? You think we could put it on for a moment, Daisy? Yes. Oh, you're so brave. Look at you with your fancy collar. Look at you. Here. Yeah, I love it. I love you wearing that. Yeah, you're a good doggy. You are. Now, the collar can be such a sensitive thing for dogs because a lot of times people will grab the collar when they want to stop the dog from doing something. And the dogs will learn that, and they'll start to think, I don't like it when people take my collar. So we really, really want to teach Daisy that the collar is cool, and when people touch the collar, it's cool. And different parts of the collar are kind of different level of sensitivity. The underside is generally, they feel a little more comfortable about. You know, touching up here, they feel a little, oh, she's really starting to mouth. I think she's going to bite a little too hard in a second. Ow! Yeah, that was a little hard, Daisy. Here you go. It's okay. I'm not mad at you. My little fingers are sensitive. Seems like she's not too bothered by the collar. You know, some little puppies, I think, you put it on, they'll be scratching at it, it'll be bothering them. But she doesn't seem to be noticing it right now. Maybe we should get a tug toy back for another little tug session while she's wearing the collar. And She probably will not notice if we're tugging. And then, pretty soon, we're going to want to go back in our crate. We don't want to push her too long. Whoa! Too long on these first few sessions. We want to leave her wanting more. We want to get her so that she knows when you go in the crate, it's time to settle down, even if you're not completely exhausted. Yes, yes. Good girl. Now, the other thing you want to keep in mind is this kind of tug toy. This is an interactive toy for us to play with Daisy. We don't leave this with her in her crate. This is not something she plays with on her own. This is a special thing she plays with us. You leave a toy like this with your dog and they're gonna destroy it. They're gonna just be chewing on it and tearing it apart. And they're gonna learn that these plush things are for destroying. And we don't want them to think that. When she's alone in her crate, we want her to be playing with a chew toy, not these plush toys. So this is an interactive toy for me to play with her. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. What about this, Daisy? Here you go. Oh. 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 Okay. Now let me see if I can get you to. Would you be willing to sit, Daisy? Let's go for one sit. And if we can do it. Oh, yes, good girl. Oh, can you sit again? Yes, good girl. There's a treat and a little scratch. Still scratching? Oh yeah, she's feeling that collar now. Yeah. Nibble, 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 nibble. I wanted to say that was such a nice sit. Do you want a little play? Or are you ready to go back in your crate? Whew. So you notice I'm pulling it away from her along the ground, kind of like a little mouse or a squirrel might move. And that's what makes her want to chase it. You know, you take a toy, and if you just like put it in front of her like this, tug, tug, tug. That's not going to do it, is it? No. But if you make it fun, and you make it run away. Oh, 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 oh. Daisy, Daisy. Oh, oh, Daisy. What about this? What about this? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Daisy. Ooh. Oh. Let's see if I go a little farther away. Oh, she's got that one. She kind of likes that one. But that one's so boring, Daisy. No one's playing with you with that one. Oh. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. You just like that one, huh? Would you like a treat instead? Can I trade you for a treat? Let's give that a shot. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? Good girl. Take this away. Give her the treat. Now, what should I do, Daisy? Should I give you back this so that you know that I'm not taking away forever and ever? Maybe. Maybe. We'll see if I can get it away from you again. It's kind of hard to get it away from you last time. You really liked it. Yes, you got it. Now, you may have noticed some of these squeak, some haven't. Some don't squeak because I removed the squeakers from some of them. Ian said he's not a big fan of squeakers. But I know that some people might benefit from a squeaker to help get their dog's attention. So I left the squeakers in some of them and took them out of some of them. Okay, let's try and see if I can distract her again with this other toy. Daisy! Oh! Whoa! Ooh! Ooh! Doo! Doo! You're bringing it over to my shoe? No, you're not so interested in it. You're trying to bring that one with you after this one. Oh well, here we go. Good girl. Well done. All right, Daisy. I think that was a pretty good play session number 2. Let's see. Do we have anything in here? Oh, a couple pieces still left in there. I'm going to take this. That look good? I'll put that in there. You see that one? That one looks good too. Oh, that one's going in there too. Whoop. And you can have this one. But all the other ones are going in there. Oh, you're going in there. Whoop. And we're going to play again soon, but we are going to have our little nap inside the crate for an hour. As usual, we'll set the timer for an hour, and then we'll come back, and we'll take her to the potty, and we'll do some more training. All right, thanks for watching. Okay, so that was our second play and training session with Daisy, and our last session from our first day together. It seems like she's going to love playing tug, which is going to be a really useful game for training her. We were able to do a little desensitization work with her collar and a little bite inhibition feedback. So, all in all, I think it was a pretty good day. But now, let's see what our experts have to say.
Hello, puppy experts. Ian and Kelly, it's good to see you as always.
Jamie. I was looking for the puppy experts.
That's you.
I was like,
Okay, so that was the second play and training session from my first day with Daisy. What did you think? What did I do wrong? What could I do better? Ian, why don't we start with you today?
I think you talked about too much. I mean, like bringing in the bite inhibition, it's kind of cheating it. It's really important information. I can understand you wanting to talk about it, but I would save that till later when the pup is a real sort of, motor mouth. What I loved about this was that it was a lengthy period of now we got some real training. You're engaging with the puppy. The puppy's engaging with you mostly. Occasionally not, like, oh, let's see if you prefer this treat to the tug toy. Oh, no, okay. Or he's got a tug toy. Well, let's bring out my other tug toy so we can take it away from you. And I love the way that sometimes now you had to adapt. This is not a machine. It's a puppy, and he has his own needs and feelings and his own way of going about things. So you had to adapt a lot of times what you were trying to do, even though you hadn't said it to camera. It was pretty obvious to me. And then things that didn't work, then you made it work in a different way. But the overall picture was we had a puppy who has a crate over here. The door's open, the pup is out. But if we timed how much of the 10 minutes or so was the puppy within arm's reach to you, it's about 90% of the time. And that is what I want to see, that this puppy is learning that you are a major cool part in his life, and the struggles, because eventually he'll take hold of this tug toy and he ain't letting go. She. Yeah, Daisy May. And so I just really liked seeing it. It was like you were having a good time, which is really important in training, that the owner's having a great time. And she was just engrossed with it. She was really happy and only occasionally wandered off to explore out of camera range. I think my only criticism would not be of you or the puppy. It would say, I want to see more close-ups on the puppy. Much that I love you, and I hope you know that as your dad. I don't really want you filling up the frame, and I just want to see the puppy. I want to see the puppy's head. So I think film from the side, because otherwise all I'm seeing is the puppy's butt all the time. I see your lovely face, but the puppy's butt. So film from the side, and instructions to the cameraman, puppy's face filling the screen, or his whole body filling the screen at all times.
We'll talk filming pointers later, Dad.
Yeah, well, if you
but I appreciate it.
if you're worried that you're not on screen enough, you pull the puppy up to your face and say, oh, let's have some kisses then with your lips.
I don't know. I mean, this is not a film notes section, but I think it's good to show a wide view some of the time anyway. I mean, the puppy's cute, but it's good to see the whole picture, because you get to see the movement and when the puppy's away, when the puppy's close. Ian, I was surprised at how much that puppy engaged in tug at what, 8.5 weeks now, 9 weeks at the most. That's also like that's another gift that she's giving you. You won't. I mean, some breeds for sure, and some individuals for sure, but you have a puppy who really likes to tug and play and likes to eat. And in fact, likes to tug better. And in the long run, if we foster that right, and that correctly, we're going to get a lot of energy, a lot of mileage out of that. So it was good to see the exchanging and the practice early on. And she's a fun little dog.
Yeah, I wonder if right, we might need to do this again with a puppy that's a little less perfect from the get-go.
Give it a couple weeks. You're still gonna have your
Let's get through.
And and we
first.
yeah. I mean, and a puppy that doesn't engage in tug at this age often just isn't tracking. Their eyes aren't tracking well. Yeah, they lose it quickly, or they're a little sleepier. I don't mean like literally sleepier, but they're not as mentally acute yet. And some puppies don't like to tug. They're gentle. So this won't be a troubleshooting puppy for that particular game, but it will be very nice to show people how to harness that early and how to utilize that.
Yeah, I think it means two wonderful things for the future. One, that this dog can engage with his people playing the game.
Whose people? His people?
His people.
Her people.
Her people.
There we go.
Right, her people. Sorry, Daisy. Give us a kiss. Thank you. The other thing is, of course, for basic training, this will give you on-demand, absolutely focused attention. So on demand when you want it, which of course is wonderful when there are spooky things in the environment, kids on skateboards, or an unfriendly dog. It's come, sit, watch, and out comes the tug toy, and you've got the little puppy right there, or by then she'll be a little adolescent. Yeah.
Yes, on that note, sorry, Ian.
No. I'm through.
You're up, Kelly.
Speaking. On that note, Ian, that Ian's with this tugging and using that for focus, make sure that you hold back a couple of special toys that are interactive toys, like your carcass tug, that she doesn't have access to on her own. You want to save that. People tend to take their favorite toys and just give them to the puppies to play with on the ground all the time or in their pen all the time. You need to order some toys and keep a couple special interactive toys hidden away until you are playing together interactively, so that you can maintain that focus and that special treat. It's like, you don't always you don't let your kids have their favorite treat every day or whatever. You need some aces up your sleeve.
And then I think this is the ace. And Jamie did mention that. He said, this is not a toy for the dog to have, otherwise the dog will destroy it. Yeah, or the dog could eat it, and squeaker as well, and that's just
devalues,
dangerous.
All the above, right?
Yeah. So this is the top toy, and it's for family only to engage with the dog, because it is one of those games where people say, oh, don't play tug with your dog, it'll make him more aggressive, silly things like that. No, we have to play tug by the rules, but I would only trust your family and the next door family with those rules to play the game that the dog loves most, which will teach the dog every trick under the sun. It will teach him to focus on you when there are big distractions out there. I mean, this is a goldmine, as Kelly says, to discover this so early on, because you've got to let other people give treats, because it's the only way really to classically conditioned dogs to love strangers. Why would they go up to a stranger? Well, the trainer's got a treat. Come here, sit, treat. So the dog says, oh, I love people who, come to the house, or I meet on walks. But the tug is special. Absolutely.
And so that does bring up a question for me. I remember about how, it's good to have the interactive toys. You don't leave the dog with them. if I keep these special tug toys away from the dog when Daisy's alone, can I let her have other toys that are tug like, like a ropey type of toy to leave her by herself with?
I wouldn't. You're teaching them to chew on soft materials,
Okay.
and that then they ruin stuffies and they ruin shoes and the kids' toys. I mean, you want to keep the toys dog toy-ish, that they're chewing on. So that's why the rubber and the natural bone are so great, because we don't have so many products and that are like that in our home, and especially in a home with kids. You want to separate out what is a kid's toy versus a puppy toy versus an interactive toy, and there's no reason for them to be chewing on soft toys. I sometimes give a baby puppy like that a big plush toy, like to sleep with in their crate. Sometimes depends on the puppy and the chewing, but they don't need rope. Give them. There's plenty of rubber chew
Right.
toys
She loves
out there, and
her
roly-poly
Snoop. She's a big fan of the Snoop.
Yeah, the silicone Snoop. Oh, this is related but not related. Ian, last at a podcast that we did, we said no one ever destroyed a Snoop, but we're sure it will happen. Yes, it happened to me last week.
Oh no!
My Rottweiler. The Rottweiler ruined a Snoop. I had it in his crate with food, of course, in it, and he's had them plenty of times. But this time he managed to shred a Snoop. And then this week he decapitated a black Kong.
Yeah, I would totally separate chew toys from interactive toys. And the other, tremendous interaction toys, of course, tennis balls and frisbees for fetch. The big advantage of tug over that is all of the interactive toys, of course, give you a free recall. They give you free proximity, because the dog learns, unless I bring the ball back, they can't throw it. Unless I go up to them, we can't play tug. The advantage of the tug is it's your dog's tug and it won't amp up other dogs. Whereas a frisbee or a tennis ball can, in some situations, in some dog parks, in some dog parks, they don't allow you to throw tennis balls and frisbees. Whereas the tug is special. The dog comes to you, and much later on, when you've got really good training, I found even letting the dogs gently take it, just holding this toy in their mouths, it just makes them feel, ooh, that's lovely, and thank you, we take it back. Just seeing it is enough.
Yeah.
And so tug is a very special toy.
Yeah, I'm super excited that Daisy is a big fan of tug, and I don't think I realized how lucky I was with that until this conversation. So thank you, Daisy.
Yeah, well done, Daisy.
Hey, Daisy.
Like her being a fan of Arsenal or something. I mean, she's supporting the right things. Maybe she'll ski as well. Girl. Yeah.
Any other parting thoughts before we bid adieu for today?
It's a good start. Really enjoyed it.
All right. Well, this concludes our day one videos. And I think in the future, we might not always have both of you with us, but I will always have at least one of you. And this was a lot of fun. I really appreciate you both taking the time to watch these videos and give me the feedback. And I'll see you guys soon.
Thank you, Jamie. And give Dave a big kiss for us.
Will do.
On her nice lips.
On her nice lips.
Nice lips.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so I didn't realize how lucky I was with how enthusiastic Daisy is about playing tug. I know tug is a wonderful game for training, but I definitely took it for granted when Daisy immediately took to it. But based on what Ian and Kelly had to say, it sounds like that's pretty surprising, especially given how young Daisy is. Now, I'm definitely going to be talking more about bite inhibition, and I think Ian's right. It's so important, it's probably worth doing a whole video where I really dive deeply into the concepts of puppy biting and how to help Daisy learn bite inhibition. There's just so much to do. On that note, let's get back to it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in our next video, which will be video 1 of day 2. Thanks for watching this video. If you'd like to learn more about dog training and behavior, make sure you visit dunbaracademy.com to check out our selection of courses, many of which are completely free. If you would rather watch more of our videos here on YouTube, just click the links to the right. And if you want to follow us on social media, everything you need is directly below. As always, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell for notifications.